Hello students, majority of the simulation methods or MCMC techniques, they are used heavily in Bayesian analysis. So here, so far I have not discussed any example pertaining to Bayesian inference because many of you haven't done the course. But since majority of the applications of the current methods belong to Bayesian inference, so let us do at least one such example. So here I have given one. So those who never had any Bayesian inference or who had not been introduced to Bayesian, let me first give a quick introduction to Bayesian. In fact, I would recommend viewing the first video which is available on YouTube on my channel in the playlist of Bayesian inference. So do read that and you will get uh, at least basic idea how Bayesian inference works. So in the usual classical inference, we assume that the parameters are fixed constants. But in Bayesian inference, the parameters involved in probability distributions are not treated as fixed entities belonging to the parameter space. Instead, they are assumed to be variables which can take any possible value in the parameter space. So what kind of variables they are? So they are unobservable random variables. You cannot say that you have conducted an experiment and you observed the parameter to be so and so. What at most you can do is you can make inferences about the parameter. So inferences are can be drawn obviously, but you cannot say that you have observed the parameter to be so and so. So yes, this is the major difference between the kind of random variable they are. So here in this, for example, here xi's are exponential random variables and the failure rate is lambda 1 into lambda 2. So the failure rate itself is a product of two failure rates, which is a common scenario in case of mechanical failures. So for example, suppose failure is occurring due to two types of causes and the items or the components are failing because of cause 1 at the rate lambda 1 and because of cause 2 at the rate lambda 2. So it is possible that most of the time both the causes are present, and so it is better to assume that the actual failure rate is the product of the failure rates associated with those two separate causes. So if you look at it that way, then it looks sensible to have the failure rate to be a product of these two parameters. Now in the context of Bayesian inference, this suppose lambda is lambda 1 into lambda 2. So lambda becomes the parameter associated with xi's. So you cannot say that failure rate is so and so. Can you say that failure rate is so and so exactly equal to so and so? A non-statistician may make such statement, but by that what he means is that he has estimated or he has computed the failure rate using some procedure, not computed, estimated the failure rate using some procedure to be so and so. So there would be instances of failures and he might have recorded the failure times, and based on that he might be inferring. So this is possible. This is the way. So people, those who are not from statistics, they do not understand the difference between um, estimation and the actual computation. But you should understand. So here in this context, when somebody tells you that failure rate of a certain item is so and so, basically they mean, what they mean is the estimate of the failure rate is so and so. So in this context, it is possible that because two causes are involved in the failure of that item, so the two causes can be arbitrarily, or there can be certain wear and tear issues associated with the two causes. It can be a mechanical failure or it can be a uh, procedural, means because of the operational mistakes the failure is occurring. So there can be n number of reasons. So it is possible that a certain randomness is underlying there, and so it is good to model the parameters as random variables but unobservable random variables. So if this is the case, then the usual distribution which you would have written for these xi's, that is the exponential PDF, that would have been like this, but the way you look at the distribution is different. In Bayesian inference, you would say that given that lambda 1 is equal to this particular value and lambda 2 is equal to this particular value. Given this is the probability density function of the random variable x. So this is how the Bayesian inference looks at the PDF. Now it is further assumed that before conducting this experiment, there was certain information available which was associated with the these parameters of interest. So based on that historical past information, certain distribution is approximately associated with the uh, parameters. So now why am I using the word approximately? Because past information need not be completely authentic. Historical information need not be completely accurate. So there can be a mistake. So what you will have ultimately could be just a vague information, some conjecture or some guesswork done by somebody. So based on that you are going to decide the prior distribution. So whatever distribution you are going to associate with the parameters before actually observing the random variable associated in whose distribution these parameters are involved, that distribution is called as prior distribution. So before conducting the experiment, you are talking about the distribution of the parameters, and so the term prior distribution or prior density. So in this question, the prior distribution associated with these parameters is defined like this. Notice that this is not a proper prior distribution, it is an improper distribution, because if you double integrate it over this range 0 to infinity, it is not going to be 1. So even though you have an improper prior distribution, finally when you find the posterior distribution of the parameters, it turns out to be a proper distribution. So those who do not have Bayesian, they need not worry about all these points. What they need is the expressions for the way these distributions are computed, and in most of the cases expression for the distributions will be given to you. So for example here, show that lambda 1 given lambda 2 and x follows gamma with parameters n and lambda 2 summation xi. So the parameter is n and the other parameter is lambda 2 times summation xi. Similarly, notice that here lambda 1, lambda 2 are exchangeable random variables. Means what? It means if you replace lambda 2 by lambda 1 and lambda 1 by lambda 2, still you will get the same thing. Do it here or do it here. So using the first result itself and using the exchangeability of lambda 1, lambda 2, you can safely say that the conditional distribution of lambda 2 given lambda 1 and x will be n and lambda 1 times summation xi. So now what is the aim of this question? So the question is aiming towards generation of random sample from the joint posterior distribution of lambda 1, lambda 2. Notice that posterior distribution has not been derived here. You don't need actually joint posterior distribution. What you need is simply the conditional posterior distribution. So what is the basis of Gibbs sampler? In Gibbs sampler, even if you don't know the joint distribution of the random variables, random vector or random variables on which you want to sample, create the sample is enough. Means even if you don't know the joint distribution, it is fine. If you know the conditional distribution, you can use that to generate random sample, and ultimately you get random sample from the joint distribution. That is the result. So let us use Gibbs sampler. So two things we are going to need. First we need to get x. So is value of x given here? No. Okay, we are told to generate x. So we are told to take lambda 1 equal to 0.5, lambda 2 equal to 2. So that lambda 1 into lambda 2 will be simply 1. So generate a random sample of size 20 from this exponential distribution with failure rate 1. That will be your values of x size. And then apply Gibbs sampling technique to generate a random sample of size 10,000 on lambda 1, lambda 2, and hence estimate the posterior median of lambda 1. Now we actually know the value from which we are going to simulate. So lambda 1 equal to 0.5. So if the median is closer to 0.5, we can safely say that our procedure is correct, isn't it? So let us try to implement Gibbs sampler for this. Hello students, so let us implement the example in R. So I have taken n as 20 lambda 1 as 0.5, lambda 2 as 2, x now we are generating from exponential distribution. So how many? So n observations we are generating and the failure rate is lambda 1 into lambda 2. So that is 1 here. So once you have generated x, don't change them because we are in Bayesian inference. So once the data is observed, then the inferences are made about the parameters based on the posterior distribution. So LA1 I have created here. I am going to generate values from the posterior distribution, joint posterior distribution using Gibbs sampler, and those values will be stored in these two vectors. So LA1 and LA2. So let us first initialize the first value of this lambda 1. So I have initialized as 0.9. Let us look at the sum. Let us look at the value 22 point something. Okay, now I am going to generate around 1 lakh values. So this is how the algorithm works. Generate the first value of lambda 2 from the conditional distribution of lambda 1 given uh, from the conditional distribution of lambda 2 given lambda 1 and x size. So the ith value of lambda 2 will be r gamma 1 with shape equal to n and rate equal to lambda ith value of lambda 1 into the summation of x as we have seen in the example. And similarly now the next value of lambda 1 will be generated from the conditional distribution of lambda 1 given lambda 2 and x size. So the latest value of lambda 2 will be used here, and here the latest value of lambda 1 will be used. This is how it goes on. One way is this, or the other way is initialize both of them, lambda 1 and lambda 2, arbitrarily and then use them. So either way it is okay. Okay, so now we have generated. Now let us look at the ACF plot so that we will get to know the correlation. You can see high correlation, isn't it? Even for the lag of 50, the correlation is considerable. So what can be done is, let us consider every 50th observation. So let us store it here. Now let us look at the new ACF of this filtered variable, these filtered values. Okay, so still there is a issue, isn't it? It's showing high correlation. So let us see how many values have we got. 2000 values. Now I'll take every second value. I'm taking the lag of 2 so that major correlation will be removed. But if needed, we can take the lag of 5 also. Okay, so we should have taken the lag of 5 itself here. So let us take the lag of 5. Okay, so now 0.2, so you can ignore, even though it is beyond the limit, you can still choose it, or what can be done is, let us look at the previous plot. So see, oh, I'm sorry, not this. Let us look at this again. So instead of 5, what if I take it as 8? Hmm? Interesting, na? It is showing here. Okay, so instead of 8, maybe I'll try different values actually. I should have tried 6 first. 6 also is showing the lag. 5. Oh, we are using the same. Let me first, let me rerun this again. 11 new ACF. Okay. Then how many values? 2000 values are there. Now I am taking the lag of 2. So it is still showing considerable correlation. So I'll change it to 5. Hmm? Okay, so you can ignore this and let us take the lag of 5. So now similarly look at the lambda 2s. Oh, huge lag, isn't it? Huge correlation. So we can take the lag of, because at most it is 50, so I'm taking the lag of 50 first. Oh, okay. So now maybe how many values are there? So lambda 2, 2000 values. Now I'll take the lag of maybe 5. Okay, so very much within the limits. So see, finally we have got, so let us look at the length of L11 final 400. So finally we have got only 400 values from lambda 1 and 400 values from lambda 2. So this is how it is to be done. See, every time, because the different random numbers will get generated here, x also and lambda 1 lambda 2 also, so you won't get exactly same output, but your output won't differ drastically from what I have got. So you can try implementing this code on your own. Gip sampler is not at all difficult to implement.